Morning, Gracie.
Morning, Tom.
I haven't seen Jasper all week. What's he up to?
Looking for a job.
Jasper got fired?
You have to have a job to get fired.
Well, I thought he was working for the Friendship Center.
That was last month.
Oh, okay.
I told him that he could work at the cafe.
Well, that was nice.
But he wanted to be paid, so that didn't work out. You got that computer running yet?
Well, not yet, but I'm working on it.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Jasper.
Boy, still a little nippy out there. Woo-hoo. Perfect weather for coffee.
So, have you found a job, or are you still mooching off friends?
Gracie, look, here, I'll pay for the coffee.
Actually, I've been thinking about jobs, and I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to work for someone. I want to be my own boss.
Hope you're not thinking of opening up a cafe.
Nope, I've decided to give photography a try.
Photography? Remember those pictures you took of your niece's wedding? You cut off everyone's head.
It's called cropping.
Jasper, photography is an interesting idea, but how much do you know about it?
That's the beauty of the new cameras, Tom. All you have to do is point them in the right direction.
That's what they say about guns.
So, you'd be doing what? Wedding photography?
Market's flooded with wedding photographers.
Well, fashion photography?
Worse.
He just wants an excuse to take pictures of naked women and white flowers against a black background.
Jasper, fine art photography is a pretty difficult field to be in.
So, I've decided to be a paparazzi.
Bad choice, Friendly Bear. The last Italian restaurant didn't last 6 months.
A paparazzi? Jasper, you don't want to be a paparazzi.
I got a camera from Billy Jumping Bull and a flash and a bag full of gear. Here.
Jasper, there are thousands of paparazzi in the world. Any idiot with a camera can be a paparazzi.
Don't encourage him.
And everybody hates paparazzi. They chase people around and stick cameras in people's faces.
You mean like this?
Jasper!
I think you caught Tom with his mouth open.
Close your mouth and drop your chin.
I don't want my picture taken.
Lick your lips with your tongue so they look moist and sexy.
Jasper, would you stop doing that? Don't we have a show to do?
Oh, right you are, Tom. We better save the photography for later. Okay, Tom, take it away.
From Blossom, Alberta. Jasper!
Sorry, my finger slipped.
From Blossom, Alberta, it's the Dead Dog Cafe Comedy Hour with your host, Jasper Friendly Bear.
And Gracie Heavy Hand.
And Tom King.
So, Tom, who are our guests?
Maybe you should help Tom out and make it multiple choice.
You think that would help?
Give him 3 possible names so he can guess.
Wait, taga nuance kisin.
Nistami na.
Oh, okay, Margot Kane.
Or Ryan Black.
Or Gary Farmer.
Oh, wow. Those are some of the top native actors in Canada. Oh, let's see. Gary Farmer.
Nope.
Okay. Ryan Black.
Wrong.
Well, then it must be Margot Kane. That's great.
It's not Margot Kane either.
Jasper?
Yes?
Jasper?
Yeah.
Jasper, when you give a multiple choice question, one of the answers is supposed to be right.
Really? And speaking of answers, it's time for Ask Tonto. That part of our show where our listeners can write in with their questions about Canadian culture.
We could ask the Lone Ranger.
But you really can't expect to get unbiased answers about Canadian culture from a white guy who runs around in a black mask.
Shooting at people with silver bullets.
And don't forget, the Lone Ranger is an American.
Whereas Tonto is from 6 nations.
So, Gracie, what question do we have for Tonto today?
Well, Jasper, here's a letter from an anonymous fan. Dear Tonto, can Indians really talk to animals?
I wonder why they didn't include the name.
Probably embarrassed asking such a simple question.
Let's let Tom answer this one. So what about it? Can Indians really talk to animals?
Well, of course not.
Wrong answer, Tom.
First a multiple choice question and now this? Tom, you're not paying attention.
Jasper, humans can't talk to animals.
You talk to your cats, don't you?
Well, sure, but they don't understand me.
Try talking more slowly.
Didn't you see that Dr. Dolittle movie?
Okay, so which animals do you talk to?
Actually, that's not the right question.
It's not?
No. Everybody knows that you can talk to animals. The real question is, why would animals want to talk to us?
We destroy their habitat and put up tacky condos.
We shoot them for sport and hang their heads on our walls.
We use them for medical experimentation and for testing cosmetics.
We lock them up in zoos and throw peanuts at them.
Remember all those chickens they killed in Hong Kong just because a few of them had colds?
Well, that was a health emergency.
You think chickens are going to be interested in opening a dialogue with us anytime soon?
Tom, whales stopped talking to us even before Moby Dick was published.
And I haven't had a good conversation with a passenger pigeon since I was a kid.
Passenger pigeons are extinct.
Well, that explains it.
Okay. Look, I give up.
Thanks for that question, whoever you are, and feel free to write us whenever you need answers. You know, we should probably go right into Fireside Friendly Bear, now that my voice is all warmed up.
Cue the fire!
Tom, open the door!
No way.
Please?
No.
Kill the blazing fire!
Tom, if you don't open the door, we can't get the right ambience for Fireside Friendly Bear.
And if we can't do Fireside Friendly Bear, how will our politicians know what recommendations the Royal Commission on Aboriginal Peoples made?
They could try reading the report.
What's the katsuwa?
Come on, Tom. What's the worst that can happen?
I'll get blown against the back wall.
A small sacrifice to make for each and every native person in Canada, don't you think?
No wind, no Fireside Friendly Bear, no report. You want that on your head? Okay, look, tell you what I'm going to do. You stand by the door, and I'll take a picture of you being heroic.
Okay.
Cue the fire!
Open the door! Boy, what a shot!
I hope you got a good one of him in midair.
I caught him just as he was coming out of that first flip. And while we're waiting for Tom to get his act together, it's time once again for Fireside Friendly Bear, where I sit around a blazing fire in a log cabin on a snowy evening and read a selection from a great Canadian literary work.
Oh, God, that hurts.
So sit back and relax. Clear your mind and pretend for a moment that you're better off than you really are.
Recommendation 2.3.8.
Regarding Aboriginal peoples and citizenship. The Commission recommends that the Government of Canada recognize Aboriginal people in Canada as enjoying a unique form of dual citizenship, that is, as citizens of an Aboriginal nation and citizens of Canada.
So what's new?
Wait, there's more. It also recommends that the government take steps to ensure that the Canadian passports of Aboriginal citizens explicitly recognize this dual citizenship and identify the Aboriginal nation citizenship of individual Aboriginal peoples.
I think I'd rather have a Cree passport that also mentions I'm a citizen of Canada as well.
Did I miss anything?
Hey, Tom, how you feeling?
Not too bad. You know, if you duck your head and roll to one side just before you hit the wall, it doesn't hurt as much.
I suppose you're going to want to do it every show.
You know, Tom, it's probably your weight.
My weight? What's my weight got to do with being blown against the wall?
If you didn't weigh so much, you wouldn't hit the wall so hard.
Then again, if he weighed more, the wind wouldn't be able to move him.
If I didn't open the door, I wouldn't have to worry about my weight at all.
Holy Gracie, he's got us there.
Isn't that the phone?
Who would call us?
It sounds like the phone.
Maybe it's a famous Indian who wants to be interviewed.
Why don't we just answer it?
Hello, Dead Dog Cafe.
Hi, is this the Dead Dog radio show?
That's us. Are you a fan?
Actually, I used to work in radio, and I was wondering if you had any positions open.
Do you know anything about computers?
Not much, but I'm a pretty good interviewer.
So, what do you think of our show?
Well, actually, I don't exactly listen to it all the time, that is. But a friend of mine who's a big fan of your show says the second half hour's a little weak and could use some help.
You sure you don't know anything about computers?
Look, I'm going to be out in Blossom in a couple of weeks, so how about I stop in and we can talk?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you then.
See ya. Boy, is that sad.
I'll say.
Well, what's sad? He's just looking for a job.
With all those CBC cutbacks and layoffs, I'll bet there are hundreds of radio personalities out there scrambling for positions.
Life's hard, all right.
You know what that means, don't you?
No.
It means we can be really picky.
Jasper.
And we'll be able to get some first-rate talent for next to nothing.
Jasper.
He had a good radio voice.
Jasper, do you know what kind of people take advantage of someone's misfortune in order to make a profit?
Banks?
No.
Corporations?
Jasper.
Am I getting warm?
You guys forget about bingo?
Thanks, Gracie. Boy, not calling out a new number would have been a disaster.
We're calling a new number?
B8!
Never mind.
Hey, Gracie, we got any listeners who want an authentic Indian name?
Yeah, hundreds.
Really?
If we kept up with the demand, in a year there wouldn't be an Anglo name left in Canada.
So who's our lucky listener today?
Here's a letter from David Bird from Victoria, BC. Greetings. My daughter Bree turns 14 today, and I can't think of anything she'd like more than an authentic Indian name. So please spin the wheels and give her one. You know, Bree is a pretty name.
Did she send along a story of her most interesting encounter with an Indian?
Her father says that she has a number of Indian friends, but no interesting encounters yet.
Well, she's young. I guess we can make an exception.
Maybe she'll have an interesting encounter with an Indian when she gets older.
Yeah, and she can send the story then.
Let's spin those wheels.
Okay. All right. The first name is... Bree. Hey, what a coincidence. What's the second name, Gracie?
The second name is Little.
Tom, what's the third name?
The third name is Soft Cheese.
All right, Bree Bird. Your new authentic Indian name is Bree Little Soft Cheese.
That's a really sweet name.
Bree Little Soft Cheese?
I suppose you'd want one of those macho Indian names like Blazing Buffalo or Towering Hawk or Screeching Eagle.
Aren't we out of time?
How's the computer coming?
Well, I can turn it on, but every time I do, it does this.
That's scary, all right.
Isn't your oldest boy a computer whiz?
Well, as a matter of fact, he is.
Does he still like you?
Of course he likes me.
You think he'd come by and help get the computer going?
Well, he doesn't live in town.
Don't tell me he lives in Toronto.
No, he works in the States.
Well, I can see why you'd want to keep that a secret. Oops, there's the end of the show. In the meantime, this is Jasper Friendly Bear.
And Gracie Heavy Hand.
And Tom King saying,
So long for now. And don't forget, stay calm.
Be brave.
Wait for the signs. You know, maybe we should call your son and see if he can help us set up the computer over the phone.
And just who's going to pay for that long-distance call?
Well, don't look at me.
He's your son.
It's your computer.
If we don't get the computer running, we won't be able to see what our webpage looks like.
I hear there's a really nice picture of Jasper and me at the website.
Is there a picture of me?
I look pretty good in my plaid shirt.
What about me?
What about you?
What about my picture?
Maybe it's called cropping, Tom.